actually huge. I didn't think it would really happen, but everyone's getting screwed on this one. TikTok creators are, I'm not reading the article itself. I'm reading just the fact that TikTok itself is actually in they have 120 days to sell off to America, basically, or else they're just banned from the United States. Now, why are we talking about this? A few reasons. One, apparently 3 trillion watch hours are generated like a year or something in gaming content on TikTok, which I could see.
I can see that. Yeah, I mean,
right.
Makes
2,
sense.
their live streaming system is piss poor, and I hate it. And even though we were allowed to do it and we tried it for a while, their like actual OBS copycat just sucks ass.
Just let us use OBS to stream to TikTok, and you're fine. Like, right. I don't get it. But
they literally stopped giving out streaming keys because they want people to use their China data stealing, OBS copycat. Right. So I have a few conflicting things about this. One, this was thrown into a bill to support other foreign aid. I'm not going to talk about that because we don't care about politics here. We care about the gaming side of it. Although I will mention that I just hate when we throw stuff into bills we know we're going to get passed, just throw them in there. Like, it should just be relevant to the bill. That's all I'm going to say about that. 2, I'm very conflicted about this because on one hand, TikTok steals your data. It is actual brain rot. Like, I was arguably addicted, but like I would just subconsciously just go on it to kill time. And I'm like, I got to stop this. And then I forced George to put the videos up so I didn't have to go on TikTok. But it's like, it is literal brain rot, and there's just terrible things on TikTok. It's not regulated well. It's granted, there are a lot of funny memes that can come from it. My problem is, like, we already have companies that steal content for steal our data and share it with everyone, like Facebook, Google, anyone you can think of realistically. Our problem is that it's from China, so like it's kind of hypocritical. Second, our government also advertises on TikTok, so it's, again, super hypocritical that they're banning it, but still have that kind of stuff just to reach a younger audience. But to the gaming aspect, it's like, ultimately, we're better off without it. I just don't know how we feel about banning it outright. I think it's up to like parents to just say, hey, the content on there is just it's terrible for you.
I think that's the problem, is just like none of the parents want to do anything about it, but all of these kids are just like using it. Like, I mean, TikTok is literally the trendsetter at this point right now, right? It was like what Vine was and whatever back in the day. So
it's like
it's also stupid too, because like, I don't know, even if they ban it, right? Like, you have like Facebook Reels and Instagram Reels, and like all these other apps are doing what TikTok does now. YouTube Shorts, like you have all this short form content because that's just what like people's brains are attracted to now.
That's what engagement does nowadays. People need like 2 different things going at once just to watch content.
Right, exactly. So it's like, if TikTok is the greatest of those evils, I mean, it's just something for them to do, I feel like. So
I feel like they just needed a scapegoat for this, which, that makes it funny to me that they want the company to sell to the United States. And yet in the middle of this bill, there's how many billions of dollars going overseas?
Yeah, no, there's a stupid amount.
With what money? Aren't we in like a literal trillions of dollars in debt?
Come on, Rob.
It doesn't matter. It's all numbers on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Daddy Biden erases it, and then he's like, it's 24 billion now.
Money isn't real.
Oh, did I just spend money? Right. I thought I was sniffing ice cream. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry. But I'm very conflicted because I'm pro like the freedom to use it. It's just on parents and other people to like make sure their children aren't consuming the bad content.
That's not going to happen.
Right. But on the other hand, it's like, it is so terrible for you. And there's also, because it's not an American company, there's a lot of stuff that isn't regulated properly. Like, I can't tell you the amount of fucking times I've used the app. It suggested a video of like a zebra getting mauled to death. And then for the next week, I just get videos of these animals getting their disemboweled. I'm like, the fuck is this? Like,
yeah, the algorithm is wacky on TikTok. I don't know.
It's like, hey, do you like animal dismemberment? I'm like, no. Like, oh well, here it is. Like, come on, you're killing me. It's just like, and there's been trends where people died. There's literally TikTok trends where kids will do stupid crap and it actually gets them killed. It's like, right. Imagine if TikTok was around when the cinnamon challenge was around. I would argue there'd be a lot of death tolls up with you know.
Well, the first big trend on TikTok it might have been musically at that point, but like it was those kids dressing up as it was those kids dressing up as like Holocaust ghosts, and they were like, I died in the camp or whatever.
Oh yeah,
that was like the first big trend, and it like from that moment on, I was just like, TikTok, what the hell is this? What are these people doing here? I thought it was like the Wild West of internet. But then it like just became mainstream, and I was like, "What? Like,
right?
I don't get this."
So like, I don't know. I'm just like super. Well, first of all, they're gonna fight it in court. They have 120 days to fight it, but they already said they're gonna sue the government to stop it because.
Right. I mean, they might as well, right?
Yeah. They got nothing to lose. It's just I don't know. I'm so like conflicted between the two. It's like realistically their issue is just basically China stealing our data instead of American companies stealing our data. And
China stealing our data. Young children are being shown that our country is doing shady stuff.
Right. No, see, I would argue they don't even care about that because the U.S. government has a TikTok account and they hire TikTok influencers. Like, here's a dance, vote. Like, okay,
right.
like.
Hit that gritty and vote for Biden or whatever.
Biden!
God, this is just Pokemon Go to the polls all over again.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's
what are you going to go to the polls for? It's not like it matters. The Electoral College is going to vote however the hell they want.
Look, I would argue the gaming content actually isn't that bad on there. Like, mainstream, cool. like the gaming stuff you can do on there is pretty cool. It's just how you can live stream to there sucks. And everything else about the platform sucks. And it just, again, steals your data. It's just like, it's my personal definition of brain rot. And I honestly didn't think this was going to happen. I didn't know they threw it into a bill basically an omnibus bill where they just, throw money everywhere in the world. But they did it because it was an easy win.
Everywhere in the world but our own shores. But
right, exactly. Whatever. And it's just like, man, if and it's funny because me and Derek are like, oh, we'll try and stream the TikTok again, and then this comes up. We're like, you know what? Never mind. It's just
done.
I've been in channels with some people where they're like, oh yeah, like the audience on TikTok is growing my channel exponentially. I'm like, where's that for us? Where's
it happened when we first started? I feel like there was like, oh, like people are joining. This is crazy, and then it was like, no, nothing. I'm like,
the TikTok is like, it's really like, it's super fast paced in terms of if you don't have something eye catching in a millisecond, people are they're gone.
Right.
At least with YouTube, like
stupid NPC streamers.
Oh my god.
On there. Yum. Yum. Watermelon. Yum. Yum.
I saw one. There's this guy called NPC Miles Morales, and he was like doing
broke character, right? Because he was like, "Why aren't you guys donating more or whatever?" And he was like,
"No, that happened last week. The other day, this is really funny. There was some girl NPC cat, some girl with like cat ears trying to be a cat, and she's like down the street, and he's like, don't forget." Miles like, don't forget to donate. And he's like, why are you being so fucking loud? Why are you? And then she said something out of character. She's just like, she said something really good. It was really smart. It was just like I forget what it was exactly, but he just looks at her. He turns away. He's just like, you're a stupid bitch. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my god!
Damn, Miles is saving the streets. Oh my god!
It was honestly really funny. But
that's hilarious.
Yeah, but these NPC things are like, I understand.
That's actual brain rot.
That's the definition. More engagement than he was getting.
But he had like 11,000 followers. Or people watch. You know. Could you imagine if 11,000 people were watching us? He has to be close to, if not a millionaire. He has to be. There's no doubt in my mind. Between ad rev, donations out the ass, because that's what TikTok does. Everyone, it is the most generous platform I've ever seen.
I know everybody's donating galaxies and rose bushes and anal beads, whatever they all equate to in real money.
Thanks for the butt.
Literally, right? Like, got people that are doing like.
Thanks for the butt plug.
Streaming.
Thanks for the butt plug.
Maybe they're doing adult stuff. Maybe they're doing just regular stuff. You've got people literally putting up entire shopping lists on like Amazon or whatever, and people are just buying shit for like.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's yeah.
Can you guys buy into my like HSA plan, please, so I can afford this procedure I have to have?
Well, that's the thing though, is that I believe it's mostly just children who are like, I don't know how they're getting the currency, because no adult is gonna watch this shit and be like, oh, I gotta donate 5 galaxies. Oh my god, honestly, what pushed me over the edge to remove TikTok is these live streams that I'll see. One is just an ad for the live stream where they're like, if I talk to if the person I'm hosting with is hot, I'm gonna sip some water. If he's ugly, I'm gonna rub my ass. Don't believe me? Watch now. I'm like, oh my god, this is the most cringe thing I've ever seen in my life. And then there's the other people who are absolute geniuses because they're abusing the minds of, I assume, children. They're like, all they do is like, they'll build like, let's just say a dominoes, like a stack of dominoes, and they're like, guys, don't where you don't donate, or else I'll put the last one. The stream will be done, and then people fucking donate, but he'll keep doing it. It's like, and there are others who are like, oh, I'm gonna click to 1 million, and right before they get to the quote unquote million click, because they probably preloaded the number to 9,999, they're like, oh, I'm getting so close. Don't send a galaxy, or I gotta remove 20. Don't do it. And he's like, dude, I'm gonna do it. And then like an hour later, someone donated. Like, fuck you.
Right. I'm going to take one of the Nerf gun metal editions and put it to my head and be like, if you don't donate a galaxy, I'm going to do it. Like, here it goes. Got a blast, right?
It's a Nerf gun, though, so it's...
Right. It's the metal edition, though. It's the one that shoots the metal, though.
Isn't that just...
my friend has a saying for stuff like that, or for situations like that. Morals don't pay the bills.
No, you sell out.
Damn,
you sell out and make money.
That's the hard part. Like, me and Dirk...
you want to know why? You want to know why? Because there's a second part to that. Okay. Morals may not pay the bills, but immoral decisions will rack up fast.
Huh. Damn, that's deep. That's, I like that a lot. See, but like, I couldn't... granted, we do reaction content, which is the only thing. I mean... But, like, I just can't... I couldn't put ourselves through those kind of live streams where it's just like, I'm gonna do it. You're gonna donate.
Hey, that's an interesting dichotomy.
It's gross.
I've got things I want to say to that, because it's just like, yeah, we were around during the time reaction content was starting to get big, and we were all like, oh my god, reaction content, this sucks. Who would watch this? And now, fast forward to today. You've got what you just described, like, well, I'm going to put the domino down unless there's somebody donates or something like that, where it's like, are we the bad guys in this? I feel like reaction stuff isn't as bad anymore because there's worse content out there.
It got better by comparison. Like,
it really is.
It did. Because, I mean, hey, at least, not to toot our own horns, but, as much as we react to stuff, I like to think that we also discuss it while we're talking about it.
Oh yeah, no, it's funny you mentioned that. There's been some times where I'm like, damn, am I pausing too much? Like, we're just talking about things. Most of not most of the comments, but like most of the comments I've gotten on these kind of feedback was like, hey, I like that you pause and like kind of discuss or like take time to react to. Everyone else just lets a video play and they like laugh over everything. And I was like, so like. So I'm probably gonna keep doing that.
Yeah, you know what? I do notice that. That's probably the part of that annoys me.
The nice thing about like what we do too is also like even if we weren't recording that stuff, right, and like posting it or whatever, that's what we Shelly. That like if we were to just sit there and like watch a donkey video, right, but like just by ourselves, like back in the day or whatever, we would have just done that anyway. Like that's just how we would watch stuff regardless. So it's just like, I don't know. These people who literally turn into NPCs of real life.
I never
like,
would have thought that took off.
If I ever woke up one day and was like, I'm going to be an NPC today, it'd be my like close to last day on this planet.
Yeah, George, you've been pretty silent. He's like, I'm a huge TikToker. He's like, we realized he's like super TikTok famous. He's just like, join the live stream. He just like does a dance.
Galaxy.
Dude, I would kill if George was like a TikTok dancer. That would be the funniest thing ever. That's what like pays the
I
bills.
lose faith in you, but I'd be laughing.
Twerking, just like, watch music here.
Oh my God, George twerk? God.
Oh yeah. Someone donate $100.
I don't know. I'm just silent because like
You remember, donate or he'll do it.
yeah. I'll do it. I'll do it.
don't no, not in the way you think. Anyway, do you use TikTok?
I used to. I used to use it. I never ever watch lives on TikTok. So
Good.
I'm a little outside of my realm of understanding of like what these NPCs are, because like you're saying like
you
NPC
don't know?
like Miles. No. So my interpretation of that is that there's literally somebody who goes and stands somewhere and is just live streaming them, do nothing, and then if a stranger approaches them going, "Greetings, traveler," like
No,
That's literally it.
Worse.
Well, I mean,
Is
it's
it
worse,
really?
but it's worse, but you almost hit it on the head though.
I so like I don't know. I used to use TikTok.
Let me this up real quick. I'm not sure you guys were gonna hear this.
I heard it.
Yeah, we hear it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant the people
The
watching.
stream.
Yeah. Just keep talking for a second. I can. figure this out how to do.
So I used to use TikTok, and I would just browse on it casually, and every time a live would like pop up on my For You, I would just immediately skip it because that's not what I'm here for. If I want to watch like a long form video or a live stream, I'm going to go to Twitch or I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to watch something else. And then I stopped using it for a while, and then you were like, hey, here's a folder of all of these clips from videos. Feel free to upload them to our TikTok for us so I can uninstall my TikTok. And I went, yeah, sure, why not? I can do that. And then I was doing it consistently, and then I wasn't, because I'm like, I still have to open up TikTok, right? Like, and then all of a sudden I'm getting asked from people. It's like, oh, did you see like that TikTok I sent you like a week ago? And I'm like, no, I haven't even been on mine. I've been on Goons Games and Gear. So if you want
awesome.
to send me TikTok, Goons Games and Gear and send it to them, because that's the only way I'm going to see it. But I'm not going to look at it.
That's
like
awesome.
I literally just open up the app, upload a video. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to buffer and like fully upload, so I have to like sit there and watch whatever other video is just on like the like channels and stuff like
Right.
that. And I'm just like, okay, can we hurry up? I want to go back to like listening to my music, and I can't do that while TikTok is open. So
Let's just see if this plays out.
You've probably seen this weird trend all over your feed.
That was good. Lemonade.
That one. I hate that one. I hate that one.
What is going on here? Why are they acting like robots? Well, this is called the NPC trend. And the idea is for them to
This is the downfall of humanity, by the way.
act exactly
Right. This is where we're going in life.
All they have to do is repeatedly say weird phrases.
I'm pretty sure it was confirmed this one particular Pinky doll is actually a millionaire now, for what it's worth, from donations.
She is. Oh, she is.
Yeah.
A gift.
Ice cream so good. Take your candy.
And that a virtual gift equals real money. That girl you just saw is Pinky Doll, the most popular NPC car, and she spends around 6 hours a day doing this.
I don't need to watch the rest of this, but isn't that fucking insane? That many hours being like doing that,
Doing that, just
totally,
like losing brain cells.
I totally understand how like streamers like they kind of put on like a persona. We try our best not to. Well, actually, I don't think we do at all. But like a lot of people exaggerate their personalities. Scream out a lot of stuff. Like these big streamers or whatever. But this is like literally changing your entire personality to do an imitation of like an NPC. It's just like it's gross and I don't know how these people do it.
This is far worse than what I was like thinking of.
Right.
To be honest with you, like this is awful.
I hate it. I hate it
It's
so much.
it's like scary, disgusting.
It's like that new fucking.
Whoops.
It's like that new trend that's on like Twitter and shit, where it's like look between H and L.
Oh
on your
my
keyboard.
god! I punch someone in the throat when I see that. I hate that.
I hate it. Like I don't even use like Twitter all that often, but now I go on there and like everything is that, and I'm like, I'm done. This is why I never did social media, because all of this bullshit sucks.
It's just
I think, thankfully, it's dead already. That trend.
the NPC trend.
That's the between the keyboard.
I don't know.
one.
I still see it. I don't. I hope it's dead, but yeah. So like TikTok's just disgusting. And like rewatching that or watching that just makes me actually further on the line of
Yeah, I
debate it.
support this.
Yeah, I support this.
Alex not going to show up.
I kind of saw it, but
22 hours ago was a response of like a retweet, I guess, of the Elon Musk, any accounts doing engagement farming will be suspended and traced to source, and then look between Z and C on your keyboard. Hi. Like, fuck, what?
This is actually crazy. Burns Tucker, 700,000 followers on TikTok. He says, this app provides us with a livelihood, people of color, where we didn't have opportunities before. We're forced in the next 9 months to figure out how to pivot. Okay. Like that.
Pivot.
And
Just pivot.
That dude has nothing to do with race. It had literally nothing to do with race. You can't say, oh, look, you didn't have opportunities before. Dude, I feel for you, but that's also the world we live in. And you gotta work hard, man.
The worst part is the pivot from TikTok is super easy. Hey guys, thanks for checking out all my TikTok videos. Just letting you know, here's a link to my YouTube channel where I will start uploading all of the same content that you're used to seeing.
Right.
I understand what you're saying. However, from the streamer side, it is unrealistically difficult to convert people from a platform to another platform. So like we have 2,000
people already used to a platform. They're not going to want to go to a different platform to get their content.
Right. We have 2,500 subs on YouTube, which is awesome, by the way. Congratulations.
We hit that milestone. Thanks, guys.
But like, we only have like 90 Discord members, which has been growing, by the way, which is awesome. But it's like the conversion is just horrendously slow. But I totally see your point, especially if it's a vertical video to vertical video. But like people are using that one app, they don't want to separate from the app. All their creators are on TikTok, I don't know, but if it's banned, I'm not sure we're gonna that YouTube vertical might get a lot worse because people are used to their crappy TikTok content are going to converse. I think YouTube should actually just put stupid amount of money into development for like better YouTube Shorts capabilities for if this happens, so that way they're like fully prepared. But anyway, it's just like I don't feel bad for these millionaires who have to lose who are losing their money because they can't be an NPC anymore. But it's literally one of the worst things I've ever.
Well, they got 9 months or longer if the court case goes well in their favor.
If it does, they have 120 days from now, but it's gonna be pushed because of the court case. I read somewhere that analysts believe the government has a 70% chance of winning it. So I don't know. It's like ultimately, again, should TikTok be is TikTok terrible for society? Yes. Are most social media content terrible for society, like Instagram, Facebook, even YouTube? Yes. But like TikTok is, I think, by far the worst offender. Like
it's actually stealing data. That's like the biggest problem, right?
Is that anything else other really does?
Yeah,
you got Google and Facebook doing.
Everything steals data, but
everything steals data, but
this is like overseas stealing data. I think that's the biggest issue.
Right, it is for the government. I just think it's hypocritical.
No, it 100% is.
I mean, all you got to do, right, is just be useless like me, and you don't have to worry about anybody stealing your data. They'll steal your data and go, why would I want anything of this guy's? He doesn't have anything. Next. I don't know. I guess I just don't have much of an opinion. I'm I guess my biggest thing is a comment that was made before we started this with one of our Discord members. They had mentioned that they're a firm believer that you should at least be, 16, 17, 18 to have any type of social media access. I would agree more with that. And
I agree.
If TikTok were to go away, I probably wouldn't be too upset. I know there are a lot of people that would, especially because now TikTok works as so much of a babysitter for parents that it's sometimes nuts. And I'm like sure, my kid when he was younger, like we would let him watch YouTube and stuff, but we would moderate it. Like if any videos popped up, like I had access to like his YouTube account on my phone, and I would check, and if there's any videos, I'd immediately block them and block the user and stuff like that. Like paying attention as a parent, like I've seen even back when I worked at GameStop and like stuff like that was just starting to really work out and get big. Like the amount of times parents would drop their kids off with like a phone and the kid would just sit in the corner watching TikTok, and I'm just like, what did I just hear over there? Like what? Like it's I don't know.
I would just call the police.
That's my biggest.
I'm surprised you guys. I'm surprised you guys stood for that. I would have been like, someone left their child here unsupported or unsupervised. I'm calling the cops. But I guess you guys would be in fear of losing your job. But I don't think that's an overreaction at all.
No, I think that's literally, that should be a criminal offense. That's child endangerment.
But here you go, strangers. Here you go.
Hey, watch my kid.
Watch my kid for free. I agree that there should be an age limit, like especially for social media, and I think it should be 21. It's so easy to bypass an age. It's like, are you X old? Sure. Okay. All right. We believe you. Yeah. Granted, there's a few states that require like I forget what it's called. Some like not identification, but like I think it requires a connection to your social security number, so that way they can verify the age. Do I trust? Do I trust it? Not really. However,
no, I wouldn't trust it, especially if you're dumb enough to get a keylogger on your computer.
Right.
But it's like that's like the only way to beat in the middle ground, because I think social media is destroying like the self-confidence and just everything in terms of children. Like it's just making them antisocial, making them find that like social identities mean more than real life things. Not being, it's just gross.
Yeah.
And, it circles back to that problem of around the time Facebook and all that were starting to get really big, where people just put more stock in this than their own actual lives, and it's like,
yeah.
And now we're just getting a whole generation of I hate to generalize here, but we're getting a whole generation of iPad kids that literally just get even in schools, at home, they just get handed an iPad and just get told, there you go, have fun.
That's me.
That was my biggest problem with college. I was just like, all you're doing is reading from a PowerPoint. Like, you're not actually teaching me. I could read this at home. Like I can.
You could give me the entire lesson. I could do this on my own.
Like, teach me, dude. Not read for me.
I am so thankful I went for a technical degree in college. That really saved my bacon as far as teachers actually needing to teach.
Right, I can see that.
What's going on?
I just worked.
I worked. I'm a capital pay pig. No,
I worked different jobs that required like different types of skills. So I have some skills, not a lot, not enough to actually survive on any of them, and I never got paid well. I almost wish I had gotten a degree in something so I could put that on a resume and get more money, but
it's not even worth it.
Yeah, so like I was gonna, George,
I
kind of like, I understand where you're coming from, but like for psychology background, you can't do dick unless you have at least a master's.
Right.
Like, you can't do anything. I've learned that it's who you know and like just getting that one foot through the door. Like I never thought I'd see myself as like a manager in any kind of role, but now that's all I can do. And I mean, I'm not saying it's the best job. Well, actually, I love my job, but I'm saying like, at least it is a skill I have learned. I didn't get college. It was actually technically Brandon's dad that got me that skill, because he gave me a chance and let me become like a parts. Well, I mean, he was a parts guy, but me and the boss embellished my resume, so I was the parts manager or supervisor.
Pro tip for resume or for getting interviews and writing your resume: embellish.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
okay. It's
Right.
expected that you will embellish.
Right. So like,
Don't lie, but embellishing is completely different. Hype up your successes, no matter how small they are.
Hype
Right.
up your successes and quantify them. It's like if you can put a number to your successes, it will speak louder than giving them a general list of tasks.
I put on my
Trust.
resume friends with George, and I get no callbacks. It's
Yeah,
kinda-
that's not surprising. You should probably stop including that.
Ridge repellent.
Yeah, it's just dude, it's sad though. I'll be honest with you guys, I used to not really believe in like increasing the minimum wage that much, but things have gotten so terrible that like if you don't go to college, and mind you, college, you get a stupid amount of debt now, an unreasonable amount of debt.
Right.
But if you don't go to
and
college,
it's not like it used to be. There is no job waiting for you at the end of college. Unless
right.
you're like in a super specific like degree where like
STEM.
they work closely in the field with people.
right.
Yeah, there's no job.
Probably like work study programs and the like. Yeah.
Right. If
Most
you're
of
like
these jobs,
internshipping or
even
whatever.
even at the entry level, will have unrealistic requirements.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Like, all right, Goons, games, and job tips. All right, there are YouTubers out there that explain the hiring process and everything that you can do to give yourself an edge better than we can. In fact, I'll actually plug one of them that actually helped me get a good job, or the one that I currently have and I love.
Oh.
The Company's Expert on YouTube, very good source for that kind of stuff. But as far as
Art.
what your prospects are looking like out of college, my advice to that would be scholarships.
Oh.
Scholarships. Bust your butt in school. Do whatever it takes to get as close to a full ride as you can. Try to, maybe if it's not in your income bracket, stay away from some of the bigger name colleges. I mean, there's one.
There's no.
And
Yeah.
there's one in my neck of the woods called Baker College. I mean, sure, it's not like a full, like, well-respected, prodigious type of institution, but it's a degree. You're checking off a box on the automated list that they do to screen candidates. Because that's either going to be your choice to get past that check, because you can either do that, or you network,
Right.
and you network.
That's
'Cause
right.
At the end of the day, Head Goon's right. It comes down to who you know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know,
Or if
Derek
you
got
can find
you know, Derek got this job at Goons Games and Gear. He knew me, and I reached out.
I got
More than once.
Goons Games and Gear. I knew him.
We all networked each other to get in here.
We all networked.
You
And
know how I got
You're a
this job?
social creature.
George, we need a scapegoat and somebody to put the blame on. You're in.
and you do it so great.
Hey, man.
It's so good at it, man. Good
I'm
hire.
not good for much, but I got you on
Myself
that.
down, and I automatically feel better about myself. I don't know how he does it. It's so magical.
Yeah, I
It's
do.
thick skin. I wasn't on a tablet or anything. I got bullied a lot, so you can't say words to hurt me because I hurt myself more.
Man, me
want,
too. And I folded like a wet napkin.
I want to mention something here. What Rob said about scholarships. Well, I do agree. Like I played the pity party. Like when I signed for scholarships, I'm like, Dad's dead. Oh, Dad's dead. Mom's dead. Like my dad. I take care of my dad. You like. My dad's like, dude, you make it the saddest story ever. Say that I'm dying. Like you tell, like you got to get a leg up. You tell them the saddest thing you got because that's all you have.
This is America. You got to take every
So,
advantage you can.
But the thing is, Rob, you said like bust your ass for good grades. I had an English teacher. I thought this was so interesting. It was at a college that I hate, but he's like, realistically, it doesn't matter if you get a C or a B in this class because once you graduate, they don't care. They don't look at your grades individually. They just look at a degree. So you could get a B and
they
like
look at your GPA
Right.
too.
Right.
well, yeah, some back. I'm not sure
Some
back
do.
then.
It
Some
depends
do,
on your
but
field.
I never.
It can only help you to
do.
do that.
I agree.
I understand where he's coming from on that, but nah. I actually, you know what? No, I'd throw hands with that professor. That I don't like feeling like my hard work was invalidated by him saying like.
No, you're gonna be better off. You're gonna know the field better. But I would say, it's a stressful time. I just want to pass the class, especially for ones that don't pertain to my degree. Speaking of which, I cannot stand at this. Classes that don't pertain to your degree should be,
are the biggest scam in this country. You want to talk about TikTok? College. There you go, buddy.
Better yet,
$50,000 to get a piece of paper to wipe my ass with? Yeah, that's fine.
Better yet, if you really want to make some good money and you want to have a stable career, I mean, a lot of people don't like the manual labor aspect side of things, but you know what? Those dollar signs don't matter or count for a lot at the end of the day. Get into a trade.
Trade jobs will never die. They're always
will never
good.
Die.
They're always in need, and they will pay well. I promise you that.
I've always said
it. You have to find the right ones, because that's what I did. I worked a lot of trade jobs, and I didn't go to college, and some of them worked out to start getting me in a better direction, and then other jobs presented itself that I could learn a different skill. So I would move on because it offered a slightly higher pay initially. And then, 5 years later, I'm still like, hey, so let's talk about that raise. And they're like, yeah, well, another thing I will also tell people, like, try to avoid cash jobs under the table. Like, sure, you don't have to really worry about the taxes unless you somehow get personally like audited. But the worst part is that you're completely dependent on whether or not your boss is going to pay you. I worked one because somebody didn't think I had a good work ethic, and then I was the best worker that this company had, building swimming pools. And I was building a swimming pool in December. Like, we were still putting the siding up and everything, and then putting in the liner and mixing the cement in the vermiculite for like the flooring and everything, and did not get paid. I did not get paid until the following April from my last week of work for working for a under the table job. So just be careful with those. They can teach you a lot and you can use those skills to move on, but you're not guaranteed to get paid. So always make sure that you're doing what you need to at least pay your own bills and not other people's. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, or just, if you could find a job that, at a company that will give you the experience and then pay for you to go to college. Hell yeah, do that.
Oh, yeah, do that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, man. Yeah. I had to think back and how much I hated college. But, and I always got I only had 10 grand in debt, and I haven't paid any of it.
That's not bad.
Oh, no, it's not bad. But yeah, but I also didn't. My dad took a bad turn health wise, and I had to drop out to take care of him. But then I'm like, by the time I could go back, I'm like, dude, going back is be such a risk for how much money it's going to cost.
Yeah,
that's the thing that stopped me from going back to go get my bachelor's. Guys,
we're in Goons here. Once this is the payout. This is what we. You don't need
what we're working towards.
This is what we're working towards. We don't need degree. Yeah, we don't need degrees. We just need Goons, games, and gear. We just need friendship.
The power of friendship will not pay my electricity.
Yeah, if I was younger, I always told myself I should have went for a trade. Although I'm just not a manual labor person, unfortunately. It just never was in me. I just get winded easily. My back hurts.
That's my problem is I physically can't do it now.
Right. And I've worked with mechanics, and they're like, dude. He's like, I'm like, why are you high all the time? He's like, dude. What the amount of shit we do and actual heavy lifting, we just want to get home and fucking relax. And it's like, yeah, our dads are mechanics and they're 50 and their bodies are just shot. Cause it's they got paid super well. So it's given
they're swimming in it on their backs.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'd probably have gone to be an electrician. I think that's the one of the safest routes. Electrician or plumber. But my problem is I'm afraid of close spaces. So I don't think I could get under a house.
Right.
I'd be like, no. If I saw a mouse, I'd freak out. I would be like, nope, I quit. Bye.
Honestly, the next time you're scared of a mouse, can I hold you?
Hold me? In Scooby-Doo when Scooby jumps up?
I've already tried to pick you up before. I might go back to the gym just so I can. Once that happens.
I'll lift me off the ground. I don't want to be a near stinky mouse.
Will you be the Scooby to my Shaggy?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I wonder if they're gonna have you think they're gonna have a class on content creation?
They do.
Really?
Yeah, they have like social media marketing and stuff like
Oh.
that now.
Right. No, I get that. But I mean, like, just being a content creator, let alone
You just have to lie about yourself.
They have
It's okay now.
Yeah, I think it's like all inclusive there. It's just like in that social media degree, pretty much.
like, okay, here's social media degree. Okay. Mind you, you'll probably
And then
won't
in
get a
year
job.
4, you release your nudes and be like, "Uh-oh, no."
we should just run one class. It's called How to
And
Run
then
an
you open
OnlyFans.
your OnlyFans, and that's when you really gotta start putting in the work.
That's when you get a manager. That's why, that's why our OnlyFans isn't working out with me and Derek. Like, we don't have someone who's managing it. It's just us with like our stomachs out.
Or pussies out, yeah, I mean.
All right, I'll start uploading to that one too.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. Case in point, like, college degrees are all right, but they cost so much money and it's only going to get worse that arguably you might be better off without one, but you really got to prepare for like networking, embellishing, and just like you're going to eat shit for a long time until the good stuff happens. Great day of college.
Networking, right? The first one. Embellishing, the second one. And coping, the third one.
Coping.
Understand that you are an adult now and life sucks.
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
Easy, I got that one.
So look at the little joys in your life and you savor them with everything you have, because life is not getting any easier.
Or no, it's not. And
Unless you make
and,
seven figures.
and you're gonna be in crippling debt. And literally, I mean crippling debt. It's
Unless you break away and you manage it. In which case, congratulations, you made it.
yeah, it's weird. So I owe 10, but they're like, which might have been wiped, by the way. I gotta double check that. But every year they're like, hey, you gotta put in
on that.
Yeah, I gotta put in information. This like I do like based on your income. And
Right.
every time it's like, okay, thanks for paying us $0, and it's helping my credit. I'm like, okay, cool, yeah. I'm like, all right, yeah. It's like, and then I'm like, wait, let me make sure interest isn't accruing on this, because if it's accruing, then I'm kind of screwing myself. Nope, it's not. So, like, all right,
It's fine.
I'm paying the minimum amount, which and also what they're asking me is $0. It's I'm like, okay, I can wow. Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I'll just wait until everything gets wiped. So I'm not going to worry about this for now. Although I do know that a lot of government jobs, if you work there for like 5+ years, they'll wipe your debt.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Is that so?
Oh yeah. Look at it. Yeah. I know a few people that can confirm that. They and grant, and also if you move around within like the network in terms of the government jobs, like you go from a department to another department, it'll still count. Like
Yeah, because you're still within the government.
Right, exactly. So they'll wipe it. I mean, I'm not sure if each department has a different like timeline, but some are 5 years. Oh, actually, as far as I know, the ones I know are like 5 years, but it could be more. I assume more, not less. But could you imagine? Oh, work 2 years and get your debt wiped. I for a while I was like, I just want to be a janitor at this government hospital. And just like deal with that
They
for a
make
while.
good money.
It's not even that. It's just the fact that they always hire within. Like that is their first choice, is hiring within. So it's like getting your foot through the door and like, okay, now that we know you exist, I'm like, by the way, I have manager experience, and among other things, hire me, and I won't be a janitor anymore. So plus they just make good money, like Derek said. That's all I really got to say about
guaranteed paycheck on that is always pretty nice.
Oh yeah. You get multiple living adjustment raises to combat inflation. My significant other, she gets like she's worked at the same place for like 3 years now. She's gotten like 4 raises every year. It's insane. Like there's like the quarterly reviews. There's living adjustment, which is just free. Like there's no review. It's just, hey, we're giving you percentage extra because everything's costing more. Like, but mind you, that cuts off after like 4 years. But the quarterlies are always. I'm like, damn. I'm like, Goo Gaga, can you pay my bills? Mommy, please give me government money, please. What we have other things to talk about, and I mentioned it in our group chat. But what are we thinking? An hour and a half. Do we let it ride or do we call it?
I don't know. Do you want to do like one more topic?
What were the other two? It was
So the other two was Little Big Planet succumbing to hackers and completely shutting down 3. And the last one, I just thought it'd be funny to talk about that Fortnite is blocking confrontational emotes that they made because people are getting triggered since people are using it in like a toxic way. It's like it's just, I don't know. I think it's just coddling, but
It is 100% coddling.
Fortnite would probably be better SEO wise for what it's worth.